What's up, fans of Pimp Daddy Destro? It's me, back again with another action figure review, finally. Sorry for the long hiatus. I have been very busy, had family, work, outside things, been playing some video games again. And I have been getting behind my action figure schedule, but I have still been collecting. I've still been opening action figures, just not reviewing them on the channel. And that was a big decision I had to make because I was slowly getting a backlog that was growing way too much, and I could not pump out the reviews quick enough. And I believe the last one I did was the who was it? One of the Velocitron figures. Pretty cool, but I did actually open up a couple other Transformers. But before that, we are going to get to the point of this review, and that is the brand new Transformers Legacy Evolution Shrapnel. And if I'm correct, this is the second Insecticon we've got. A couple videos ago, I actually reviewed Kickback, which is another Decepticon Insecticon that we've actually seen on the channel, which is a really cool figure. Really love it, and kind of campy, but it's really cool. Love the design, the colors. And Shrapnel is no different. And this is the box. It's slightly different. As you can see, I believe it has a slightly more blue tint to it compared to the other Legacy packages, which are more purple. Here on the front, you do have Shrapnel, which he is supposed to be some sort of beetle. Don't know about a dung beetle. But on the side here, we do got some cool box art of Shrapnel, which looks really nice. And then here on the back, we do have Shrapnel in his robot mode, and then inside of his insect mode, which is the beetle. And then the new feature, Evo Fusion. It looks like he can bring his weapons together to make a bigger weapon, which I think maybe we've seen that before in this Transformers line. I feel like we have, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I think it was with the Stunticons, actually. But it does take only 11 steps to get this guy from robot to his insect mode, which I really do like about the Insecticons, because I know Kickback was like very simple as well. At any time I could go up to that figure and transform from Grasshopper to the robot mode, which I love because I am a novice Transformers collector. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get this guy open. Before I do, let me show you a couple of the guys, or a couple of the other figures that I've actually opened and actually gotten since we've last spoken. So first but not least is the Laser Optimus Prime, which I did actually find this guy in my recent Target, which is really weird because I know he's like a Wave 1, Wave 2 figure, but he finally showed up in my Target, surprisingly, despite us already having some of these Stunticons and stuff like that. But I really dig this figure. I think he's really cool. The shoulders, obviously, it's kind of supposed to be comic accurate, but it's not that bad. And I know we've had other renditions of them. I still have that one Velocitron 500 Scourge that I got open. That's just a repaint of this, I believe. But got this guy open, and I really enjoy this figure. So that's number one. The second one I picked up, and this was part of the Hasbro warehouse sale. I am like a Prime member, a premium member to that, and I got the 35% off. So I bought Starscream, which I think is really cool. I think he is from the Armada universe. And I really dig this figure. I was playing around with him while I was watching UFC the other day, and I was just so impressed by this figure. I love it. I think it embodies what I think of Starscream when I do. I think he's really neat. Articulation's great on this guy. Did have a little bit of problems with the transformation, but overall, I figured it out. And whenever I need help, I always go to, I think it's Prime versus Prime, I think is his YouTube channel. Shout out to him. Always makes the transforming easy on these guys. And then lastly, G-Axis. This is a figure that I've seen in stores a lot, and then finally my Target ran out of them. And then I got that kind of buyer's fear of missing out on them. And so I was like, you know what? For this warehouse sale, I think I got all three of the, Optimus Prime I did not buy with a warehouse sale, but I really dig this figure. Haven't got to transform him yet. But I will get around to it. And then lastly, I haven't opened them yet, and I'm thinking about maybe doing a review on him on the channel since I haven't. But it is Blitzwing. Got Galvatron. These two figures sat in my Target for so long, several of them, and they've actually started restocking Galvatron and this guy. I like Galvatron. There's been a lot of other Transformers that I've actually digged a lot more than that. But we're gonna give Blitzwing a try. And like I said, maybe I'll do it on the channel, maybe I won't. If I do open them and I don't do it on the channel, I'll let you guys know in the next video. But really, really cool. Can't wait to. But this is like the old legacy packaging, more purple than the new blue. And with Shrapnel, I also got, and I haven't opened them yet, is Metal Hawk. And I do plan on reviewing this one on the channel. And just to add to my Autobots, which I don't have a lot of. I have more Decepticons than Autobots right now, I believe. But overall, really, really cool, guys. So please stay tuned. Sorry for that little interruption. But please stay tuned while we do get Shrapnel out of his package and we get him reviewed. Alright guys, now that we have Shrapnel out of the package, as you can see, this Insecticon is rather short. He's only standing about 5.5 inches tall, which I do think that maybe is not even with these. Maybe it is. I feel like he's slightly taller than a Marvel Legend. I might be wrong on that though. Don't have really one here for a comparison. But as you can see, the beautiful purple, silver, gunmetal gray, and the yellows on him is what kind of really defines his character as an Insecticon for me. Like I said, Kickback has a lot of these colors, and I think they pop really good and they look really, really cool. And I think the Insecticons are really campy, but that's why I love them. And he is, I believe, only the second one that we've gotten in the Legacy line. I could be totally wrong on that. Like I said, Transformers novice or noob, whatever you prefer to call me. But overall, this figure looks really, really cool. He has pretty standard articulation on his legs. You know, the knees are so-so, elbows so-so. And his back doesn't look awful. But one of the features that we were actually going to be looking at is the evolution feature of the weapon. And what happens is these little claws that he has here that you can attach to the bottom of his forearms can come together. And we're going to try to give it a shot. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if I actually... Oh, is it right here maybe? It's like turns into a rifle. I probably didn't even do that right, to be honest, but looks pretty cool, I suppose. He can hold it. I can use it kind of as a big gun now, which I think is pretty neat. But overall, not a bad feature for this character. I was going to actually give you a brief readout. As you remember before, on most of the Legacy packages, they do have this little QR code somewhere on the box, and for this one it's right up here, but when I do it, it says error cannot be found. I don't know why. This is a newer figure, so maybe it isn't completely loaded yet, but I highly doubt it. So I was wanting to give you a brief readout, trying to figure out what this guy's alt mode is. It's a beetle of some kind. I keep calling it a dung beetle, but it might be something else. And instead of that, I was going to just give you a brief readout on the Transformers.fandom. 4 strength, 6 intelligence, 4 speed, 7 endurance, 6 courage. Whoa, these skills go all over. His weapons is a clone ray and a lightning rod. And his alt mode is a Kuwagatrair, something like that. When I looked it up, it looked like a beetle. So we're going to assume this guy's a beetle. And then we'll read his Hasbro Pulse description, which says, Shrapnel action figure. To Shrapnel, enemy screams in the blast of the battle are the sweetest sounds. His battle cry can be heard for miles around. Really doesn't give us too much on this character other than the fact that he has a great lust for battle, which is cool. But yeah, overall, decent figure. We're going to do a quick size comparison with his teammate Kickback. We'll just set his gun there. Here's Kickback, which... now that I think about it, look at them. They're the exact same size, really, up to the shoulders, which is pretty cool. Let's grab one more. Here's Starscream from earlier, which he is of the Voyager class, so he is obviously going to be a little bit taller, but
Give me 1 second, folks, and we're gonna grab another action figure. So standing right beside him, the whole group, is Drag Strip. So yeah, actually, Shrapnel isn't that small. I was gonna say that he does look like a midget compared to them, but something about it, just slightly his shoulder isn't parallel or even with the other two. It seems like it's just a little bit smaller. Or a little bit shorter, so it just seems like he's smaller. Now I have been opening up these Voyager class and the Leader class figures for some time now, so it's been messing up my perspective with these action figures. But overall, really nice. As you can see, their colors do match. You've got your golds here in the middle, and you got the purples. The purples, I was noticing, it seems like there's something slightly off with it, and it could just be the lighting. But just the ever so slightly, the purples look off. And then obviously on the Decepticon logo, they both look pretty nice. This one, since it is on like a black background, does look a little bit different, but still looks great. So guys, I am gonna get this guy transformed on his measly 11 steps, and then we're gonna check out his alt mode. So guys, stay tuned. All right guys, now that we have Shrapnel actually transformed, let me take Kickback right over here so we don't get distracted. But as you can see him in his beetle shape, it reminds me a lot of a man, what are those Egyptian beetles that was on The Mummy? That's what it really looks like. But overall, really cool. Or Scarab, is that what it's called? I don't know. But anyway, looks really, really awesome and pretty compact. Not a lot of articulation other than the pinchers, but I think it's just, I love the Insecticons because how quickly they do transform, and I think he looks really, really nice with a little Decepticon logo there. But this is him beside Kickback, and Kickback was just as easy to transform, slightly more kind of spread out and a little bit more, I guess, room for error, I guess. But as you can see, matching colors. The purples are slightly off, like I mentioned, but I do think these guys look really, really great. I am going to have these guys actually in their robot mode on my shelf and on my display, but I do think they look cool in their alt modes. So guys, if you did like this content, please like and subscribe. If you have any opinions on this, please comment, and just be expecting many, many more videos down the road. I should be back on a regular schedule, and I'll be reviewing a lot more Transformers. As you can kind of see, this channel kind of started as a Marvel Legends channel and has moved to a Transformers channel. I just find the play value, and I get more enjoyment over reviewing Transformers, it seems like. But guys, I'll catch you next time on Pimp Daddy Destro. Take care.
Hey.